All right, it's time for Nintendo Corner. What we got first up this week? This Meta Knight thing.
We do have this
Meta Knight's rumored to come out February 20th at Best Buy. Best Buy exclusive, right? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
What's with this stupid exclusive retail? Like,
There's
do they
so
not want
many.
people to buy it?
You
You got to go to that store.
You got to go to this store. You got to go to Target to buy all the Rosalina stuff, and that shit ended. So it's just a whole big mess of stuff. This Amiibo craze is just ridiculous. Like, it's Amiibo after Amiibo, and now it's like you got these exclusives at Best Buy.
Let's move on to the next one. Friggin' Legend of Zelda series on Netflix. What's going on with that? I saw that, but didn't read the specifics. Everybody's getting hyped on that.
Holy shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, it seems like so good to be true. Like, everybody's always wanted this. A few years, I think, like, IGN made that April Fool's video, you know, showing like, oh, a new Legend of Zelda TV show, and obviously it was fake. Like, this is actually real. My question is, like, is this too good to be true? You know what I mean? Is this actually going to happen? How are they going to write for Link? Obviously, he talked in the cartoon, but that was incredibly goofy. This is supposed to be considered like a Game of Thrones geared towards more for like family. So is it going to be kind of the same tone? Tone-wise, it's not going to be the same, obviously, but very tone, like when it gets serious, similar to that of like maybe Once Upon a Time. Well, they'll have serious moments, but it's not so serious because it's for children, obviously. Is it going to be like that? How is it going to pan out? Like, I have so many questions. Like, how is it going to work? What storylines are they going to take from? Are they going to take from, you know, Link to the Past, Majora's Mask? What are they going to do? So there's a whole bunch of questions here that not just me, but everybody in like the gaming community is wondering about, and it's very interesting.
Yeah,
how it's going to turn out.
This came out of left field, really. And Nintendo doesn't really have a huge history with TV or movies and stuff, but they have done, like, Mario had a cartoon show, right? And then there was movies like the friggin' John Leguizamo Mario movie. So Nintendo, there is a precedent for this type of thing, but traditionally, like, Nintendo doesn't do much like film or TV stuff.
Yeah, and I will say, like, you know, Netflix shows do really well. You got House of Cards, you've got Orange is the New Black. You got, I mean, Daredevil just came out. And now this. So, like, there's a really good platform on Netflix. And I think, like, if there's a place where I think Zelda as a TV show will do well, I think Netflix will do a good job with it. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, we'll see. So there you go. Get your Netflix subs ready on that. And our question of the week actually is, are you guys hyped for this possible Zelda TV series? So let us know in the comments about that. Next up in Nintendo Corner, Street Fighter 2 has been ported to Virtual Boy. What the hell is?
I don't even know.
Somebody get Keith Apicary on the line.
I know, that's
on
what
this
I'm
because,
saying, right?
Like, what the hell? Why?
I don't
why
even
now?
know, like, what is going to go on with this. Weird.
So I think we were talking about this earlier. I think so. Now you can have Ryu and Ken fight with your headache-inducing fake 3D. Next thing we got here, the Super Smash Brothers 3DS Amiibo update went live yesterday.
Yes.
That would have been February 10th. So that's going to be for the new 3DS coming out on Friday. And apparently GameStop is sold out. So if you were planning on walking into GameStop and buying the new 3DS when it releases on Friday, you're probably screwed. Can't get it.
But as I always say, you can always go to Funkoland.
All right, and the last item here for Nintendo Corner this week. Now, this is another kind of obscure bit of news. So Nintendo actually tried to buy the Harry Potter franchise. The rights. So this would have been the rights to the movies then, right? So again,
they probably would have just made a shit ton of games, yeah. So
way back in the '90s when it got started.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So this is kind of interesting news. So apparently, and if you know, please let us know in the comments. It was like Nintendo and WB who eventually bought it, and then a few other companies they try to sell the rights. I believe the Nintendo higher ups decided to make it more Japanese style, and I think when they showed it to J.K. Rowling, she didn't really bite. And I don't know if they like made like a small like demo, like a small like Harry Potter demo or something like that. Like what? I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. But I know just overall, like what they showed, what they presented to her, like she just wasn't into it, and ultimately, WB got it, and
made the highly successful movies,
made the movies and all that. So
spun a whole bunch of money.
Yeah. So, but it's a fun, interesting history to see. Like, you almost have to think like maybe if Nintendo if they got the rights, those movies might not have been made. So you might have not even heard of.
Yeah, I would
Radcliffe.
I would wager that those movies wouldn't have happened. It would have been. It would have been all Nintendo. It would have been all games.
Yeah.
Like that friggin' Xbox 360 one that I saw a while back, where it's just like, you just run through with the wand and you just, over and over again, just spamming the same attack and fighting the enemies with it. It's like the stupidest, mindless crap I've ever seen.
But it's so good, and I talked to you about this earlier, I love that universe. Like, the characters are so good, the story's so good. I wish at some point some really good developer takes that universe and makes a really good game out of it. Because so far I've played a lot of the games and they're not really good because they're just, like most, movie video games, they're not very good at all. So if somebody took a game, made a really good developer took that franchise and was like, oh, we're not gonna tell the story of Harry Potter, but maybe we're gonna do something in that universe and made a really good story, I think it could be really good. So, wishful thinking.
Right.
Hopefully something happens.
That's strange. So they were on top of that back in the 90s, but they weren't on top of the friggin' Skylanders. So now they got to catch up with this Amiibo garbage. Let us know in the comments what you thought. Are you guys hyped for the Zelda TV series or not?
I'm excited.
And that's going to do it for this week's Nintendo Corner.